Okay, guys, what is up? This is Oji Senpai here today to do a review of One Piece Chapter 749 review. Now, I have an announcement to make. Oda will be on hiatus as of for the next 2 weeks, and he'll come back, on issue 30 of Shonen Jump. Wait, hold on a second. It's too hot. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Because it's really hot in here right now. So yeah, Oda will be on this break. He won't get out until like two or 3 weeks from now. So he has to get his tonsils removed because remember last year how he had that tonsillitis. That's some crazy shit. So yeah. So with that being said, let's get into this actual review. Pray for Oda if you have any religions that any religion or just hope for him. Just make sure you just want to make sure that he's okay, not just because of One Piece, because the guy really works hard and he only gets like 3 hours of sleep per day, so that's pretty crazy. So yeah, let's move on to the actual chapter. Okay, basics, pacing, artwork, and story progression. Pacing was actually good. It was actually good pacing. It wasn't bad pacing. They should have like I did want to see like because we did see the Zoro versus Pika bout that it's about to go down. The second time actually. Now that Pika is officially in his human body, we'll actually see that fight, and I am interested in that fight because hopefully we do get to see Zoro's some of Zoro's new moves. Hopefully, and the so yeah, pacing I'm gonna have to get at good. The artwork I'm gonna have to get at okay plus. And it was really weird. I guess it's because of the fact that Oda's been really sick. Hasn't been able to pay attention as well as he used. Well, not pay attention. Haven't been able to do his best. And I saw this weird thing with Chalkwork Law when he was talking to Luffy. Like you saw his lips, and then all of a sudden, like his lips stretched down to here. I'm like, what the fuck? I like it was weird. Like I guess Oda is like, he's really sick. So right now he's doing the best he can. Because at first I thought it was just just the coloring, like not the coloring, but the shade of like black and gray and stuff on the actual chapter. But it's the same thing in two translations, Manga Stream and on Manga Sky. So Oda, get better soon. That's all I really want you to do. You gotta keep your rest up and go on that hiatus. You have to get better. So please do. You work really too hard just for you to be just for you to get those 3 hours of sleep. And when it comes to so that artwork, I'm gonna that okay plus. And when it comes to the actual what's it called, the actual story progression, I'll have to give that okay plus as well because it was well no let me give that a good because we did get Pika versus Zoro round two. This looks like it's going to be serious now because Pika no longer has act well. Pika is not using his stone body anymore, and now we're actually getting to like a fight. And I didn't know Pika had a sword. That's what threw me off. Like he had this huge ass katana, and it was like what the fuck. Like I didn't know Zoro was going excuse me, I didn't know Pico had like a sword like that. So that should be interesting. Maybe Pico's actually pretty good at sword fighting. Who knows? Now, so yeah, good pacing, okay plus artwork, and good story progression. So I'm gonna give that a rating of good overall. Now, so for the basics, we get into the chapter. Basically, it's just the ragtag army fighting against the Don Quixote family. We see pretty much, the boys just defending the best they can, acting as an army, despite the fact that they all want the same head, Doflamingo. And they're all against each other technically, but they're just working together. And we figure out a little bit about Pika's powers because apparently Pika can regenerate uh, his arms, his legs, and his stone body like whenever he wants to. However, apparently from what we're seeing, what Luffy did, apparently Pika's weak spot is his head, like his head area, because Luffy uses a Grizzly Magnum on his head, like Grizzly Magnum, and he breaks that shit, and then Pika's stone body stops. He's not dead, obviously, because we see his real body near the end of the chapter, but he apparently that's his weak point, and apparently like he can regenerate like constantly, so that's what makes him so hack so powerful. And when it comes to that, I thought that was fantastic. Like it, Pika is probably, I won't say he's the strongest, but he's at least one of the strongest within Doflamingo's crew. Because I mean, there is Treble and there is Diamante, and we don't know how powerful they are exactly. We know their powers, but against like other dudes, we haven't seen them on a one-on-one fight. Now, when it comes to Zoro, no, when it comes to Zoro versus Pika, I do want to see Zoro go all out. Like I really do. I really, really want to. You know, ever since the time skip when he beat what's his name, Hyozo, something like that. One of the mercenary fishermen from Horty Jones's crew. Ever since he beat that dude with ease, I had to see anyways, I had to see Zoro go all out. I really did. So yeah, um, that I thought is interesting. Yes, it's really huge katana. We gotta figure out how that works out. When it comes to pretty much the end of the chapter, that's the most important part. According to law, he was originally going to have Doflamingo be defeated by Kaido indirectly, but now that he realizes it, he wants to take down Doflamingo as well, for his own reasons, and his own reasons because he wants to do it for this guy named Corazon. Is that Corazon? And Corazon, I don't speak Spanish, you know, I'm not Spanish, but Corazon apparently was Doflamingo's younger brother, and Corazon apparently was the guy who saved Trafalgar's lifeboats, and he was also one of the. I think it was. He said it was the top leader of the Don Quixote family. I think that means whether or not that means the Doflamingo's actual family or Doflamingo's pirate crew. I'm not too sure. That's kind of weird. You know, I don't know whether or not it's true or not. But obviously, he was a really important dude. And yeah, so that's pretty interesting. And of course, that's going to find leeway into like some flashbacks we may see near the end, if not the end of the arc. And now the crew's heading up towards to fight Doflamingo. So that's another competitor I think that's to worry about. Most likely though, that won't be a problem. So yeah, the rating this chapter will be a good rating of good because it was a good chapter. It was above average. Yeah. So rating. So the chapter rating, I'm gonna give it a good. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Mojo Senpai, and I'm out. Peace, guys.